David was a young man full of life and dreams. He was always smiling and had a positive attitude. But his life changed forever when he was diagnosed with thalassemia major at the age of 10. Thalassemia major is a blood disorder that causes anemia. People with thalassemia major need regular blood transfusions to survive. David was no exception. He needed to have a blood transfusion every 2 weeks. Finding a blood donor was always a challenge for David. His blood type was rare, and he also needed to find donors who were compatible with his HLA markers. HLA markers are proteins that help the body to identify and fight off infection. David's family and friends did their best to find blood donors for him, but it was never easy. Sometimes, David had to wait for weeks or even months for a blood transfusion. This was a very stressful time for him and his family. Another challenge that David faced was finding a life partner. He knew that he needed to find someone who was compatible with his blood type and HLA markers. He also needed to find someone who was understanding and supportive of his condition. David dated a few different women over the years, but he never found the right one. Some of them were not comfortable with the idea of having a child with thalassemia. Others were worried about the challenges of caring for a person with a chronic illness. David was starting to lose hope. He was worried that he would never find a blood donor or a life partner. But he never gave up. He knew that he had to stay positive and keep fighting for his life. One day, David met a woman named Sarah. She was kind, intelligent, and beautiful. David was immediately drawn to her. They started dating, and David quickly realized that Sarah was the one for him. Sarah was very supportive of David's condition. She learned everything she could about thalassemia major, and she was always there for him when he needed her. David and Sarah eventually got married and had 2 children. Thanks to advances in medical technology, their children were born without thalassemia major. David is now a happy husband and father. He is still grateful for Sarah's love and support. He is also grateful for the doctors and nurses who have helped him to live a long and healthy life. David's story is a reminder that even when faced with challenges, it is important to never give up on your dreams. With hope and perseverance, anything is possible.